What's good, y'all boys? It's Stick Guy 102 and we are back with another video. Yes sir, I have a treat for you guys. We have 2 games against an NFL player, man. He's also a TikToker content creator. He goes by itzliveee. You guys have probably seen this content. I've been seeing it pop up on my For You page a good bit as well. He plays for the Titans. Darren Evans, he's on IR right now, but when he wasn't injured, he was getting a lot of play time. So I'm guessing a lot of you guys know who he is, and he's also a pretty good Madden player. Not gonna lie, this right here was the first game, as you guys will see. I would have recorded it live, but we were in a Discord call talking while we were playing both these games. I'm rocking on the Ravens jerseys in case you guys didn't know. I have a Ravens themes team. I occasionally change jerseys, but for the most part, we're on these. And right here, we're starting off pretty strong early on defense. Primetime Sanders bounces the ball up. Taylor Mays comes in, makes a great play. We try to get a little sticky, get up out of there, but we really didn't have anywhere to go. 2nd and 9. As you guys probably see, if you don't play Ultimate Team, you might be kind of confused. Derrick Henry is back there at quarterback. They do like this out of position promo every year where they give you a bunch of out of position players. The main ones are like Cordell Patterson at cornerback. You got Derrick Henry at quarterback, Michael Vick at running back. You guys get the point. We're running a bunch on offense. Right here, we go to the tight end wheel route to Mark Andrews. We get an easy 7. Honestly, I feel like we started off really good. And on his second drive of the game, he throws an absolute Stevie. We get a little sticky, and my boy Primetime is out of there. We go up 14 points early. It's looking good so far. When I have a 2-possession lead and my opponent got ball first, I honestly feel like if I go into the second half with the lead, I will win the game most likely. So that's all we're trying to do. Make him take as long as possible to score, if he even scores at all. 2nd and 10, he hands it off. We have inside stuff on our guy. He goes crazy. We get the tackle for loss. It's 3rd and 11. We play some pretty good defense. Our D-line is absolutely humming. We hold him the 4th down, and this just is a big down right here. He tries to test Ed Reed, but he is lit up, and he's not having that anyway. And you know, with all that green, he is not getting caught. Yes, sir. We get a 3-possession lead early, and I mean, at this point, neither one of us was too locked into this game. We was just chilling, talking. But of course, neither one of us wanted to lose this game. So right there, he's still handing it off. He was doing some pretty good things with the run, but I'm at the point where I'm like, you're down 21 points. If you want to run the ball down the field, you can take it. As soon as we make him pass, Taylor Mays and Deion Sanders are having themselves days. I feel like that was terrible stick work by me. We should have got a pick 6. We don't. It is what it is. Right there, everything was bagged. I had Square coming open late, but I just didn't have enough time to get to him. And on 3rd and 2, we cook up the bomb. He was slacking with his user. We hit ball when we had to drop down because I threw it a little too early, so it wasn't a touchdown. And right here, this is why you get yourself a Derrick Henry at quarterback. We don't see anything open. I see a lane. We take off, get the easy touchdown. Now we're up 28-0. He throws it up, and I mean, that was a dot. That boy Devontae Adams is super good. He's good in real life, and he's also really good in Ultimate Team. Now this drive, he's moving kind of easily. He's hopping around formations, trips tight end, gun bunch. Right there, I run a little man, and Deion just could not keep up, man. You gotta be much better than that. We got 30 seconds left on 3rd and 10. I hit Mark Andrews to get the 1st down. We're trying to at least get him field goal range to get some type of points. But instead of that, we throw our first Stevie of the game to Ted Hendricks. That man is 6'5", 6'6", and I mean, he's just all over the field. You cannot try to throw the ball anywhere near him. He will go get a pick. Right there, we play pretty good defense, holding the 3. So going to the second half, we have an 18-point lead, 10-28. We're doing our thing, really good first half. Now all we got to do is just not do anything stupid on offense, and we should be able to pull this one out. Right there on 3rd and 11, he hesitated with his user just a little bit, so we dump it off to him. We get a very bad rollback animation, so now we have a long 4th and 3. We have to cook up a dot. He's been having a lot of trouble stopping that double wheel route, so we go back to it. It works once again, and I mean, Mark Andrews is balling. Yes, sir. It's right there on 2nd and 10. We dump it off to him again for a gain of like 11. Right there, we trying to hit Ricky Williams, but Devin Hester said forget that. He needed some touches. He was going to get his shine somehow. He took it. Right here, we started humming at him. It's 4th and 22, and I'm like, yes, sir, there's no way we're giving this up. I feel like in these long distance situations, you kind of have to blitz. You can't give people up all day to find something. We send the pressure off the edge. He gets a little shook. He had plenty of time. But that's what happens when you consistently blitz somebody. They become uncomfortable in the pocket and you get results like that. But it doesn't matter, because I mean, when I get a big lead, I start tripping on offense. I'm throwing Stevies left and right. I'm out here playing like I'm blind. We're giving him another chance to go down and get some points. It's 35-10 in the fourth quarter. Game's pretty much over, but you can never be too sure until it's all the way knowing Madden in this fluky game. So now we're trying to get one more stop on 1st and 10. We send a little pressure off the edge. He stays patient. We're running cover 2. I wasn't expecting him to be able to get it off quick enough, so I didn't put a deep blue zone right there. He attacked the deep middle, which is the weakness. Gets the easy touchdown, and he was killing me in the red zone with that trips tight end out route. I manned it up. I tried curl flats, hard flats to guard anything. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, coming up in the next couple of plays, we have probably the luckiest play I've seen in a while. Definitely the luckiest play I've gotten myself. If you thought it was that, it wasn't. It's this right here. I thought that post route was gonna go all the way to the edge of the end zone, so I threw it. It was in double coverage, but deep out elite somehow let him catch that. And I'm telling you, if you play Ultimate Team, you have to get that ability on some of your guys, whether it be your tight end, one of your receivers. It is such a good ability. It gives you opportunities to get lucky like that. My opponent gets the ball back. He cooks us up the seams. We're running a lot of cover 3. Because honestly, at this point, I was just blitzing and stuff. I wasn't putting too much thought into my adjustments. So he gets an easy touchdown, drives down. And on 3rd and 10, Derrick Henry, his wheels are starting to make some difference. He got that one touchdown earlier, but for the most part, he's been a pretty stout pocket passer. It's right here. He only sends 2 people, so we have all day. We stay patient. We hit Mark Andrews. We got to get that boy in the end zone, man. He was balling for us, but at this point, I'm like, we just gonna chew the clock out. GG's to my opponent. Not trying to be toxic or nothing. Get into the second game. Hope you guys enjoyed the first one. And when I tell you, stay tuned. The second game is a lot closer, man. He locked in. He got, a good look at my scheme on offense and defense. Even at the end of this game, he was starting to figure out how to guard my offense and also how to pick apart my defense. So this one was real good. When we say we weren't sweating, we were like, man, we chilling, having fun. But really, both of us was locked in. We stopped talking for good parts of the game just so we could focus and try to get that dub. And here we go, man, the second game, and from the beginning, I could tell it was a different story. He changed up some of his guys' abilities. I think he was in a different offense as well. He was running a lot of trips, and on defense, he gave his entire D-line unpredictable, which if you guys don't know what that does, it just makes them really good pass rushers, and occasionally they'll shed pretty quickly on the run, kind of like they have inside stuff, but it's not 100%. So right there, he drives down, he scores pretty easily, and I'm noticing I have to work a lot harder on offense. He holds us to a 3rd and inches. I do a little curl combo. He has to pick one. I take the other one. It's a tough situation to be in on defense because, as soon as you go to one, he's going to throw the other one, but you have to choose at some point. And right here, I was waiting to see if he was going to break back. He broke back kind of late. If he did it a second earlier, he would have had to use an interception, but Derrick Henry was able to get him the ball. Good stuff. We're driving pretty easily. We go to this wheel route. We hit Mark Andrews, and he just hasn't had an answer for it yet. It's 2nd and goal. We need somebody to get in there, and Ricky Williams fights for me. Yes, sir. That boy is a grown man. Good stuff. 7-7 tie game. He got ball first once again, so all I'm looking for is one stop and to go in the second half with the game tied or with the lead. And right there on 4th down, I had to choose between one of the drags because I had one manned up, but it was gonna get open regardless. I tried to bounce back late. He hit him, and now he's right here in the red zone. On 3rd and 10, he throws it right at Marlon Humphrey. No reaction. You got to come up and make a play right there. 4th and 3, we get bold. He jumped down on both the drags. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, Deion's wide open. We hit him. He probably thinking, well, I wasn't going to throw something deep, but I'm looking for everything in those situations. On 2nd down, we roll out. We got to bounce with Henry. We got one timeout. We're trying to make something happen. We hit a little whoop. Okay, we're almost in there. You got to fight a little bit more for me. 7 seconds left. We go to this wheel route. I threw it super late. If I would threw it any later, it would have been a pick. I made that a lot more risky than it should have been. As soon as I saw the running back was guarded, I should have looked straight over there. So that's my fault. Just learning for future games. You got to make those reads a little bit quicker. It doesn't bite us right there. We still score, but it almost did. And Doug Ball, when I was literally just talking to itzliveee about getting him up off my team before the game, and 2 games, he decided to come and show me, hey man, I'm different. Leave me on the team, and I'm gonna do things like that. That's his 2nd great catch. Once again, I can't I can't speak for Deep Out Elite enough. He makes a crazy interception right there. We sent some dogs. He wasn't really sending pressure. And then Hurts gets it under pressure and accurate. He overthrows him. We get a pick and boom. That's the stop we needed. We're up 7. Now we got the chance to go up 2 possessions. I mean, everything was open right there. I saw the seams. I didn't want to take a risky pass, so I just hit the wheel route to Mark Andrews. Once again, hit a wheel route to Ricky Williams. We're going crazy with these wheel routes. A little too crazy. Not gonna lie. I get way too content throwing them. Right here we go to one of my favorite combos out of bunch. 4 verts with the, or excuse me, just verticals with my running back on the drag and the outside receiver on the drag. But right here we go back to the wheel route. I had the seams wide open. I tried to force it to Dion. He looked open for a second, but even if Cordell Patterson wouldn't have played that, that's the out of position player I was talking about. The safety was breaking on that instantly. That's my fault. Terrible read. When you're in situations like this, you got to put the game away, but he himself gets greedy. He tries to bomb us. And I mean, you just cannot do that. Ed Reed plays so good for me. He doesn't have the highest overall on my secondary, but I cannot tell. He's all over the field. And right there, great catch by Hester. Way to hang on to the ball. We dump it off the ball when he's been going crazy with the spin move. I probably could have scored. Probably should have dived, but I dropped down just to make sure I don't fumble. And, you know, I could have been chewing clock right here, but I'm trying to have fun, man. That's boring. I'm trying to go get points. Also give him a chance to score. That's just great content for both of us. And right here, okay, he locked up that wheel route play. Not gonna lie. We try to cook up some curls. We go to flood. Hester's wide open, but he somehow drops it. I'm like, come on, man. What are you doing? On 4th and goal, his zones over there were tripping. I ran a wheel route wide open. Now we're up 2 possessions. We're sending the dogs. That pretty much seals the game. He gets shook from the pressure, just throws it up, trying to get the first. But we're not having that. Humphries almost got mossed, not gonna lie. But my other player came with the knockout. And that was a GG's to my opponent, man. 2 really good games. Once again, if you want to go see his content, he streams, if not every day, every other day. It's itzliveee, IETZ, and then LIV. I think a few E's. He streams on Twitch. He's a YouTuber. He does TikTok. He's really big on TikTok. So you guys go check him out. Really cool dude. I like the vibes and everything. He's also a really good Madden player, man. We might be playing again in the future. Let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing. Love you guys. Appreciate all the support. Don't worry, the franchise videos are still coming. We haven't forgot about them. Those will be out soon. Peace.